In the beginning, before the gods of Olympus took over, the universe was ruled by the Titans, giant beings who represented the primal power of the world. Among them, there is one name that will forever be engraved in the hearts of mankind, not because of power, but because of compassion. Prometheus, the one who dared to challenge the gods, willing to accept eternal punishment just to give mankind the greatest gift, the fire of knowledge. But what made a Titan willing to rebel against Zeus, the Almighty? And why is Prometheus called the giver of mankind? Today, let us enter the legend of one of the greatest symbols of courage, wisdom, and sacrifice. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss other exciting legendary stories.
Before the advent of Zeus, Athena, and Apollo, the world was ruled by a generation of giants, the Titans. Prometheus was one of them. He was the son of Olympus, a Titan of the first generation, the son of Uranus and Gaia. His mother was the sea goddess Clymene. His brothers were all familiar: Atlas, the one who carried the sky on his shoulders; Epimetheus, the one who thinks after; and Menetius, the one struck by Zeus for his arrogance. Prometheus's name had a special meaning in Greek. Prometheus means the one who knows in advance, or more simply, the one who thinks ahead. In stark contrast to his younger brother Epimetheus, which means the one who thinks after acting. And indeed, this difference was not just a matter of name. It also shaped the entire fate of both of them in Greek mythology. As the war between the Titans and the younger gods was about to break out, a war that would change the fate of the universe, Prometheus foresaw the outcome. While most of the other Titans chose to side with Kronos, the all-powerful Titan king, Prometheus and Epimetheus chose to stand aside. They held no weapons, took no sides, just watched, waited. And just as Prometheus had predicted, Zeus won. Titans were overthrown. Olympus ascended. But unlike the punished Titans, Prometheus and Epimetheus were not imprisoned. On the contrary, they were given a mission that would usher in a new era for humanity. A new chapter is about to begin, where Prometheus is not just a visionary,
but the creator of man himself. Stay tuned. When the great war between the Titans and the Olympians ended, Zeus, the god of thunder, became the master of the universe. And then a sacred task was entrusted. Prometheus and Epimetheus, two unpunished Titan brothers, were chosen by Zeus to create life on Earth. They started with clay, a simple material, but one that holds the potential for life. From the clay, they molded all kinds of creatures, each with its own unique abilities: claws, wings, scales, speed, fangs. But when it came to creating humans, a serious problem arose. Epimetheus, the afterthought, had accidentally distributed all the precious characteristics to the animals. When it came to humans, there was nothing left. No claws, no thick fur, no strength, no wings, no scales, no fangs. Just a naked, weak, and helpless creature. But Prometheus couldn't leave them alone. Humans were the last of creation, but in his eyes, they were also the greatest hope. He decided to do what no one else dared to do: steal treasures from the gods to give to humanity. In the temple of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, Prometheus stole wisdom and reason. He gave these sacred gifts to humans so that they could think, create, learn, and grow. Humans had no claws or fangs, but now they had the mind, the most dangerous and powerful weapon. With the wisdom given by Prometheus, humans began to build their own world. But that was only the first step in a long journey full of sacrifice. Prometheus knew clearly his kindness would not be forgiven by Zeus. and punishment was inevitable. Zeus was watching, and he was not pleased. After giving mankind wisdom and reason, Prometheus did one more thing. A seemingly small thing, but it forever changed the relationship between man and the gods. It was during the first sacrifice at Mython, where humans would offer their most precious creatures to the gods. But Prometheus would not accept that humans should sacrifice everything just to please Olympus. He wanted to tip the scales, to give humans a better deal in the bargain between gods and humans. Prometheus took a carcass of a bull and divided it into two piles. One pile contained the best meat, which he deliberately hid with hide and hideous organs. The other pile contained white bones and fat covered with an attractive glossy layer of fat. Then he presented both to Zeus, for the god to choose which part to give as the official offering. Zeus, though he knew it was a trick, but out of pride he chose the glistening fat, the bones and skin. And so from then on, humans kept the best part of the offering only the discarded part to the gods. An elaborate trick, a small victory for humanity. But Zeus was not so forgiving. The ego of a supreme god had been offended. And this time, after the fateful sacrifice, Zeus decided to punish humanity rather than confront Prometheus directly. He took away fire, the only thing missing for humanity to truly exist as a sentient species. No fire, no warmth, no light, no cooking, no forging, no life. Humanity was pushed into eternal darkness, but Prometheus could not stand by. He had given man wisdom, now he would give him fire, the symbol of civilization, freedom, and origin. In the darkness of the night, Prometheus broke into Hephaestus's workshop, where the sacred fire was carefully guarded. He hid a small ember in a dry fennel stalk, a hollow but slow-burning plant perfect for concealing the forbidden. When fire reached man, the world changed. They lit the first fire. Warmth spread. Darkness receded. Steel began to be forged. Language, art, construction, war, thought, all began with that fire. With a single spark, Prometheus ignited the entirety of human civilization. But that act, noble as it was, came at a price. Zeus has waited long enough. Now it is time for the one who defied the gods to receive eternal punishment. Zeus was no longer merciful. He no longer indirectly punished humans as before. He personally punished those who dared to defy the gods. Prometheus, the brave titan who gave fire and wisdom to mankind, was about to pay the price. At Zeus's command, Hephaestus, with his own hands, forged unbreakable chains. Under the watchful eye of force and oppression, two entities dedicated to punishment, Prometheus was dragged away into a raging storm. On the peak of the Caucasus, Prometheus was bound to the rock for all eternity. But that was not all. Every day, a giant eagle, the symbol of Zeus, flew to him, pecked at his stomach, and ate his liver. And every night, the liver grew back. Tomorrow, the cycle began again. Immortality with endless pain. Though he suffered beyond the imagination of any living being, Prometheus never asked for mercy, never begged for help, never betrayed humanity, for he foresaw what Zeus feared most. Prometheus held a prophecy that Zeus would be overthrown if he married the wrong woman. That was what Zeus longed to know, and what Prometheus refused to say. Silence was part of the resistance. And that was the real reason the punishment was so long. Centuries later, a great son of Zeus appeared, Heracles. On his journey to complete the immortal feats, Heracles met Prometheus, and with his invincible arrow, he killed the eagle, breaking the chains and bringing Prometheus back to freedom. But Prometheus did not return as a god. He did not seek power.
Prometheus was more than just a titan in mythology. He was a symbol of ambition, courage, and rebellion. In the fire he brought to earth, Prometheus lit the torch of civilization. That fire is knowledge, freedom, the desire to transcend limits. And the price of light is always pain, sacrifice. The story of Prometheus reminds us that every great progress has a price. In every step of human development, there are people who dare to think differently, dare to do wrong, dare to make trade-offs, to light up the world. They are the Prometheus of the new era. The fire of Prometheus is no longer contained in a fennel stalk. It is contained in every spark of light that humanity ignites to fight injustice, ignorance, and oppression. Thus, although Zeus has chained his body, Prometheus' spirit has never been bound. In today's world, where knowledge is distorted, where truth is sometimes silenced, we need Prometheus more than ever. We don't need immortality. We don't need to be a god. We just need the courage to keep the fire burning in our hearts. If you believe that the light must continue to spread, light a fire by liking this video and subscribe to join us in telling more great stories from Greek mythology. Thank you for joining us. See you again.